Becky Lynch, WWE's biggest female star, made a surprise return at SummerSlam 2021, but what was initially a great moment went sour due to bad booking. Lynch, perhaps better known nowadays as The Man, has been plying her trade in WWE since 2013, spending a few years on the NXT brand with future partners, rivals Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and Bayley, then moving up to the main WWE roster. While Lynch has never exactly been buried on the main roster, picking up multiple women's championships, for a long time it felt like she was kind of spinning her wheels. The fans never truly deserted her though, and whenever Lynch would experience some success again, fans were happy to take the ride alongside her. That came to a head at SummerSlam 2018, when, after effectively pushing her way into the title match, Charlotte won the SmackDown Women's Championship from under Lynch's nose, causing the last kicker to go berserk, beating down her former friend. Yet, while WWE clearly intended her to be the villain, the crowd chanted for Lynch, as they felt she'd been cheated. Not long after, WWE got the hint, making Lynch a full-fledged heroic figure, albeit with an edge. She dominated WWE until shortly after Money in the Bank 2020, when she left due to pregnancy. After more than a year's absence, The Man returned at SummerSlam. The live crowd exploded and fans at home rejoiced, at least until WWE opted to make an absolutely baffling booking decision by putting the belt on her after an illogical squash. Becky Lynch quickly beat up and threw out Carmella, the teased replacement opponent for Bianca Belair after Sasha Banks was unable to wrestle, and suggested a match between herself and Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Things were still great by that point, and the crowd prepared to witness what would likely be a terrific match between The Man and dominant champion Belair. Then it happened. Lynch utterly squashed Belair in 30 seconds to win the title. While a sizable portion of the crowd still cheered, it definitely drew a more mixed reaction than would normally come for a triumphant return. In the time since SummerSlam aired, there has been a lot of fan consternation concerning WWE's awful treatment of Belair, who had been killing it as champion for months, only to be trounced like she was nothing by Lynch. Why WWE thought having Lynch destroy and humiliate another popular babyface wrestler for her big return is anyone's guess, but it was the absolute wrong decision to make. If Lynch had won the title after a competitive match-up in which both she and Belair looked strong, fans probably would have been fine with it, but the squash route was a terrible call by Vince McMahon and company. While there's some speculation this might lead to a Lynch heel turn, WWE turning their most popular female wrestler ever into a villain right after her big return would be a giant mistake in and of itself. One need only ask Stone Cold Steve Austin what happens when a heel turn goes wrong.